Hello there, I'm Laura, and welcome to this version of a his and hers sewing pattern review for McCalls 8264 for the his, and for New Look 6697 for the hers. Probably the easiest way to talk about this would be to talk about the McCalls his version, which I made a size 40, which actually ended up being quite a bit too big for my son, so in the future I will probably do that differently. But I made a size 40. It had 9 pieces, and most of that was tied up in the pockets, the waistband, the carriers, and then the fly and the fly facing. I used the same fabric for both the skirt and the pants. It's a floral stretch denim that I bought very many years ago, and then my son, I bought that corduroy that I made my Largo cargos out of, and I wanted the corduroy for those. I needed the corduroy for those pants, and so my son Blake kindly agreed to switch me out for this stretch denim fabric. I've seen a lot of men's pants and men's shirts. Florals are big, and the floral denim is just really cool, and it made some really cool pants. I cut them out, and it ended up that there was enough for me as well, so I made a skirt real quick. I was going to make something else as the hers part of this little program today, and instead I got to make a skirt for myself and a pair of pants for him, because I had like 5 yards of this fabric. I ended up with very little left over. I did find some. This was the fly facing. I cut an extra one out, and so this is kind of what it looks like up close. So just a denim. I serged the edges of every piece, both on mine and on his, and it's just a nice thin but sturdy denim. Construction for his pants was average construction. I mean, you do have a fly, a zipper, the waistband is in 3 pieces, and then you have to put the carriers on. I really hate putting on belt loops. That's become my favorite, my most like top of the list that I do not like to do. I did not break any needles making those pants. I made sure to kind of squish the denim down as flat as I possibly could. I had broken a needle before I started the pants, and so I went to Walmart and I found Singer heavy-duty needles instead of the Schmetz jean needles. They fit in perfectly and they did not break. So I've got lots of those now. I'm going to be doing some leather here in the future, so we'll see how they work on leather. The zipper tripped me up. I think I mentioned that last week. I always have to do one thing backwards, and putting the zipper in the fly, I did it backwards. So I had to rip it out and then put it back in. Fortunately, I figured it out after I just sewn one side, so it wasn't like real terrible, big terrible error. The alterations that I did, because my son is very tall and the pants were not, they were long enough, but there was not much left over, so I just did a 1/2 inch hem. I took about 3 inches out of the back. When you sew up, I don't know if it's this way when you sew up women's clothes, but many men's pants patterns, you leave the back seam open until you get the waistband on, and then you just sew it up all the way up, and then you roll it under, and it keeps the waistband looking nice. I took about 3 inches out of out of this part right here. You gather it together and pinched it up, and yeah, about 3 inches. And then it tapered down to about 1 inch out of the crotch, because the crotch was hanging really low. The front was really good, but from where the side seams met, the crotch was just too low. The pants obviously took some time. I went slow. Even with the zipper, I had thought about it a couple of different times, and I still did it wrong. but I did take my time. I read the instructions. I would try to kind of put things together without sewing them together so that I could make sure that I was putting things together correctly. The pattern was not at all bad. I mean, like, everything went together well. The directions were easy to understand. The zipper was kind of difficult to understand, but I think that's just because I get directionally challenged, obviously. Oh, also, instead of using a hook and eye for the waistband, because those never work well, I have huge snaps. Let me get one for you. These are the snaps, and they're just really big snaps. I just sewed them on the inside of the, waistband where the hook and eye would be, and they work very well. He wore them to school yesterday and had no problems with them and got quite a few compliments. He was very happy with how they turned out, and I was very happy with how they turned out, and it was a very good experience. Let me put in his reveal. Okay, so let's talk about New Look 6697. I made a size 18. It has 4 pieces, 2 waistband pieces, and then the front and the back. You cut the front on the fold, you cut the back, 2 separate pieces because you do put in a 7-inch zipper. This went so much easier. Invisible zippers are so much easier than just separating zippers. For some reason, it's always been that way for me. Let me know if you find it the same way, that they just seem to go, I mean, they make more sense. I got a zipper foot, an invisible zipper foot, which I didn't have with my faff, but I could get for my Singer, and it was magic. I can't tell you, like, so many of these things that I've fought with over the last several years, now that I have something that actually functions and that I can get parts for, it has made sewing like so much better. Altogether, it took me maybe 5 to 6 hours to assemble and cut out. I mean, there's only 4 pieces. Cut them out, it was a piece of cake. And then I sewed over a couple of days, so it's hard to say exactly how long it took me, but I think it's fair to say 5 or 6 hours. What are my thoughts on the pattern? Well, obviously I need to use a smaller size for Blake. I think we probably could have done the 38. And so I'm hoping to make more of these. I think he would like me to make more of these in the future sometime. So I will probably do a 38. I mean, assuming he stays the same size. And then of course I need to lengthen the legs. My pattern went together very well as well. There were no problems. Totally was really easy. My only other thing is that I obviously am wearing my t-shirt, and it kind of matches, I think. Kind of matches. I don't know, these the leaves, I figured it kind of, and then the flowers with the flowers, but I do not have a shirt really, like a dress shirt. I could get out my black knit shirt that I've been using with everything but that I bought from Walmart, but I have some black, like shirt weight cotton, I think, and maybe even some challis. So I think when I do make some shirts, like those ones that are on my little wall back there, I might make it in black so that I have a shirt that I could wear to dress up this skirt and then some of my other skirts that I have. I think I just need a solid colored shirt, and black goes with everything. I think that's pretty much it. Coming up next week, I'm going to do another his and hers sew up, because I promised my husband that I would make him a shirt, And so that was like a year ago, and so I'm finally following through on that. A really cool textured knit shirt. It's got a sweatshirt on the back, and then there's a cream texture to the front, and it's knit, and so I'm going to be making up a knit shirt for him. And then for me, I don't know exactly what I'm going to do, but it's most likely, oh, I do know what I'm going to do, but I'll leave that a secret. It will be sewing out of my stash some things that I've talked about and talked about and talked about over the last several months, actually. So I hope that you will stop by next week to see what those turn out to be. And then the week after that, I believe, is our Discovering Denim series with Grace from So Lovely with Grace and Shalisa from So She Designs. And then after that, I am working towards having another version of I Saw It, I Liked It, and I Made It. So those are the next 3 weeks. And so if you are interested at all, please do consider subscribing so that you will get notifications on when those, or you can see the video when it gets released, and you can stop by and check it out. Also, thank you so much to all my subscribers that have come over the last month. I'm happy to welcome you to this channel, and I hope that you stick around, and I hope that anybody who is not subscribed but comes back routinely will consider subscribing, because that helps YouTube to know to send my video out to more people who might actually enjoy the content as well. So thank you very much. If you would do that, that would be great. And otherwise, you guys have a great weekend, and I will just see you back here in about a week. Thanks. Bye.